Fernanda, and I'm a partner of Oxford. And our goal in the company is to bring new forms of technology into education. You know that we can make learning a lot more funnier and interesting with all the things that are being invented. And stop having one teacher in front of all students passing the information the same way to persons with different ways of learning. We believe that games can gain a wonderful interactive ambient that let each student proceed on his own way. Or we can use simulators to let the students repeat as many times as they want the same action without waste of material or risks. Internal is a project that has all these advantages, among others. Internal will be a software that simulates operations of the metal mechanic industry, specifically the operation of the lathe. The lathe is this big machine that has a lot of spinning parts that shapes the metal until it gets the wanted form. But it also can make real serious injuries. That's why it would be nice to have a simulator. Simulator softwares, they can simulate situations in a way where the user will have the experience to teach him, have a behavior modification, the construction of hypotheses, and while they test this hypothesis, they will gain experimentation and skill training, as well as decision-making with consciousness. And when we train the ability of making decisions, we get a lot more secure in real life. But the internal is not built to be used alone. Is targeted toward young and education, in adult education, and is to be applied in a blended learning format. It has the knowledge of the classroom learning, combined with the possibilities that distance learning offers. The students will have a face meeting with the teacher, where they will receive all the guidance necessary to the late operation and the parallel operations too. Then they can go home and train on the software with an educational virtual reviewer that will indicate if they are going well and can pass to new operations, or if they need reinforcements. And this education reviewer will provide these reinforcements through similar activities until they reach the level expected for each level on the right amount of time. After all that, they can go back to class and operate the real machine or the simulator, but this time with the teacher supervising. The advantage of this project can be filled in more than one field. On the environment dimension, it will reduce the consumption of materials, such as paper and cleaning products. It also reduces the electricity and the materials used on the training operations, such as steel, copper, and lubricating fluids. Economically, it will reduce the maintenance costs with the reduction of hours of the machine, the materials, and the hours of the instructor. Socially, it will increase the number of vacancies and will increase the security on learning operations. Ethically, we will encourage the promotion of quality of life of the students. The cultural issue, perhaps, is the biggest concern to present here, because the target audience may have little knowledge or difficult access to this technology. But this will be a start. In the policy area, we will train and qualify professionals to fill jobs and reduce the unemployment rate. In the epistemological area, we are subsidizing the production of knowledge in the education and the training of the industrial sector, and can be expanded to other areas too. We started this project on March last year, and since then, we did a survey of the requirements, organized the content, build a logical model to use, and a model of human-computer interaction. With the help of an educator who's already working on the project since the beginning, we still have to assemble an artifact to evaluate the performance. That will need 180 hours of developers and 120 hours of designers to build the interface. But in 3 months, we're going to have the project ready to validate. And to validate, we already did a partnership with a school, a training school on the state of Paraná in Brazil. And there, we're going to observe a group of students, users of the simulator. We're going to make an interview with them to monitor the retention of meaningful learning. Then we're going to observe a group of non-users and do the same interview with them. Comparing these results, we're going to have parameters to understand if the project is done already, or if we should make some modifications. At the end of July, with more $35,000 for the project manager, developers, educator, and designer, we're going to have this product. A product that has reduced the time for training on the operation machine. We're going to meet the demand of the students for the training sector, which is already big in Brazil. We're going to reduce the material cost, since the simulator does not need the raw material. And we're going to have a safer training. We're going to have internal and the possibility of other simulators like this. This is my email, and I'll be happy to hear from you. Thanks.